Welcome to week number 9 of the Wyndell Campbell State Farm Football Update on Oski News. We'll break down the last week of the regular season and look forward to the playoffs. Week number 1 of the playoffs, you're watching the Wyndell Campbell State Farm Sports Update on Oski News.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Wyndell Campbell is there for you. Call 641-673-4462 today for the service you deserve.
And we're back as we take a look at the Oskaloosa Indians as they are home for week number 9, and they drew the West Burlington Notre Dame Falcons. And this game, no real implications as the Oskaloosa Indians had already locked up the second spot in the district, but want to take a win going into districts. They look to come into this last game with a 3-game winning streak, looking to make it 4 and solidify their second place in the district. Indians playing without senior receiver Jack Moore, but quarterback Ethan Arnold utilized his other offensive weapons, and the Indians ended their regular season with a runaway victory from the Falcons. After stopping the Falcons on their opening possession, the Indians needed just a few plays and capped an opening drive with a 33-yard run by Blake Alsop, and Aaron Blom put the extra point on that one for a 7-0 lead. The defense showed up in a big way on the next Falcons possession and was able to get the West Burlington quarterback in the end zone for the safety, putting the score at 9-0. And then Oski took the ensuing free kick into Falcon territory and added a 37-yard field goal by freshman Aaron Blum, making it 12-0. Indian Bennett Spry then took a handoff 59 yards, increasing the lead to 19-0. And then quarterback Ethan Arnold called his own number there at the end of the first half, going into halftime leading 26-0. Coming out in the second half, the Indians put the cruise control on, called his own number again, Ethan Arnold, and ran in from 3 yards out, making the score 33-0. And in the second half, the Indians continued the route with Kirkland Howard on an interception and Cole Henry taking it in from 8 yards out with a 40-0 score. The Falcons able to tag on a quick pick 6, but Casey Hill ended the night for the Indians with on a 1-yard score and ended their regular season a 47-6 victory over the West Burlington Notre Dame Falcons. Some offensive leaders on the offensive side of the ball for the Indians. Ethan Arnold, 6 for 11 passing for 87 yards and 10 rushes for 34 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cole Henry, 4 for 7 passing for 31 yards and a touchdown. Blake Alsop, 12 rushes for 73 yards and a touchdown. Casey Hill went 6 rushes for 9 yards and a touchdown. Bennett Spry, 1 rush but for 59 yards and a touchdown. And on the receiving side of the ball, Ethan Kelderman, 4 receptions for 62 yards, led all receivers for the night. Defensive leaders for the Indians on this evening, Blake Meselhan, 5.5 tackles, and senior Peyton Cruz with 5 tackles leading the defensive side of the ball. The Oskaloosa Indians look forward to week 1 of the playoffs. We'll get to that here more in a minute. But we'll take a look at where North Mahaska, as they ended their 2016 regular season on the road down at the Cardinal Comets. Now, no playoff implications in this game, but this one that was circled by the Warhawks pretty much all season as former assistant coach Nick Arrett, now the head coach down at Cardinal. And they're looking to send their seniors home with a victory as well, looking to increase their regular season record to 4-5. Both teams got on the board early as the Warhawks struck first play of the second quarter, a 36-yard by Cole Spolstra, but then Cardinal answered with a 65-yard run by Marcus Olson and took a majority of the night, tied up at 7-7. The teams traded punts and possessions till we got well into the fourth quarter when Myland Young on a 3rd and 18 play hit Jacob Sampson for a touchdown, and then also the ensuing 2-point conversion to Cole Rosendahl to put the score at 15-7. The Warhawks were able to cruise to the victory then and hold the defense against the Cardinal Comets, as the Comets could not answer. A couple injuries on that side of the ball for the Comets, Durflinger being the most notable in the first half, and he was unavailable for second half action. The Warhawks ended their season at 4-5. Some offensive leaders on the night. Griffin Molenberg had 91 yards rushing. Spolstra with that long touchdown run, he ended with 69 yards and a lone touchdown. Sampson caught 1 ball for 19 yards and a touchdown. On the defensive side of the ball, Cole Spolstra, 7.5 tackles, Trey Byer, 6 tackles, and Tyler Strasser with an interception to cap off the night for the Warhawks. That's all for the North Mahaska Warhawks and the Oskaloosa Indians. We'll take a break and we'll come back and look at the area scores and get you ready for what's getting ready to happen here in week 1 of the playoffs. You're watching the State Farm Sports Update on Oski News.
Well, I love it.
I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
It's suede. Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it. Is it suede? It's suede. I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
Talk to State Farm agent Wyndell Campbell in Oskaloosa today.
And we're back to take a look at the rest of the scores from week number 9, as some of these games did have some playoff implications on where teams were going to get seeded. The Tumble Bulldogs ended their season winless as they go to Iowa City West Trojans, and the Trojans take this one 63-14. The Danville Bears 0, the Pekin Panthers 2, as that was a forfeited game. Pekin Panthers ended their season last week in week number 8. The Woodward Granger Hawks 8, Pella Christian Eagles 49. Pella Christian ends 9-0 on the season, their first regular season undefeated streak, as Coach Kakmarinsky and that team gets ready for the playoffs in week 1 of the playoffs here this week. Pella Dutch 52, Nevada Cubs 0. Again, the Pella Dutch first place in their district standings, and we'll get an idea who they're getting ready to play here this coming week. Twin Cedar Sabres 32, HLV Warriors 14. That had some playoff implications as the winner of that one took the district and got the higher seed. So Twin Cedar Sabres take that eight-man district. Centerville Big Reds 24, the Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont Rockets 6. They end their season there. Davis County Mustangs 7, Albia Blue Demons 48. That senior night down at Albia take a big win and let their seniors go out with a victory. There's no playoffs in Albia here this year. Central Lee Hawks 42, the Sheraton Chargers 9, the Knoxville Panthers 22, Grinnell Tigers 56. Moravia Mohawks go on the road to Melcher Dallas and take that one 78-30, that game in 8-man. Wayne Falcons 48, East Union Eagles 26 in 8-man football. Probably the biggest upset outside of, if you talk to somebody from Montezuma, this was not an upset. This was just a backyard brawl game. Montezuma goes on the road to senior night at Linville-Sully and takes a victory from the Hogs 28-14. So what that means in the district is Linville-Sully bumps down to the second place, and Montezuma takes first place in that district. And we'll show you here in the bracket what that means for Montezuma going to be able to get a home game, and Linville-Sully going to have to go on the road. Meskwaki Settlement Warriors 40, Seymour Warriors 28, and the Wilton Beavers 28, Sigourney Kyoto Cobras 35. And Sigourney Kyoto solidified that second position in their district as well in Class 1A. So we'll take a quick break and we'll come back and we'll take a look at what's getting ready to happen in week 1 of the playoffs here next week as we get set to take the trip to the Dome. You're watching the State Farm Sports Update on Oski News.